Test, test, test. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Let me get the music on. I actually had time to go through all of my stuff, and I still forgot. Should be system? It's not it. Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. There it is. Let me double check the mic too. Okay. Should be all good. But yeah. I actually had time to set up everything, and I still forgot to double check the audio. It's always been a problem for me. I usually let them get super dirty. Because it doesn't like bother me until it's like right towards the center. So like I'll walk around with like stuff just like all over the sides and rims. And everybody I know will just be pointing out like, hey, you need to clean your glass. I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just don't notice it. Anyways. So, today we're going to be continuing the rendering out and everything for Talib. So far, I've been very pleased with how he's looked from the coloring. It's really weird, like, as like the moment, once everything like was built out and I got background colors in, then I started to just put like a little bit of like the purple gradient. Well, let me go and click that so we can talk about it 1 second. Hold on. But yeah, as soon as I just put on like a little gradient on top, it gave like everything more atmosphere to me. Hang on. Where's the one that touches everybody? Oh, here we go. So once I put like a little bit of like that tone for everything, everything started to kind of work in my head a lot better. I was like, wow, that actually is exactly like I'm actually kind of getting the vibes I was trying to go for. I don't like having things in my pocket. I get really bunched up. It's like me wishing I didn't have to use my pocket while thousands of women all over the country don't even have pockets. It's a real shame. I should feel bad. All right, let me pull up my Chatterino. Okay. Trying to think, is there anything else I need to prepare for? I don't think we need to move on to rendering just yet. I want to clean up the background a little bit more. Yesterday we kind of rushed through it, but wow, that was a weird tone. But yeah, we got through all the parts that I am not familiar with doing. The quick flatting that ended up being not so quick. But today we're gonna just be focusing on clearing these up, and then maybe moving on to rendering. We'll see how quickly I can do the background. Sorry. Let's start. I think this lady in the front is actually already kind of really solid. I do need to put a second tone on her. My thing did. I'm really bad at charging my tools before the stream. I try not to have it just like sitting on the charger for hours and hours and hours, because I don't want it to like overcharge. That can like not be great for the internal batteries, but I'm also just kind of lazy. Hang up. Please, top of my head. That charge it. Nope, that's not charging. Let me see. I need to plug it in here. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. I could feel like the tug on the wire. so much easier when it's wireless. All right. There, we're all in. Okay, so I want to go ahead and like give some deeper color. So I'm gonna grab a like purplish color. Maybe not a purple. Oh, yeah, let's try a purple. Make it a multiply. Give the brush like just like 8%, and try to just give like a general shadow to her. You know what? I'm gonna make this even. Let me put this 20%. Reset the brush. Then we're just gonna combine them in a minute. Come on. That was an accident. Hold on. There we go. Now. Setting up the brushes to work how I want it. Or the layers. Does it look like there's two different shapes? There's gotta be something. Oh, I see what it is. It's at 99%, so it's seen through the character. I was wondering why there was like weird shapes in her arm. Okay, so now we're gonna hit eraser. Give it like a little bit of a backlight. Or I'm not sure what to call this. Just like the edge lights, I think. Whenever like just like the border of an object catches light from the other side, or like it's reflecting off another surface. Those lights. Maybe some internal shadows for like your armpit, elbow, fold. I don't know what you call like the pocket of the elbow, the inner elbow. Make it a little bigger. I think once I take this break and get back into doing some pieces on the side that aren't related to the Vampire the Masquerade characters that I do, I'm gonna do some like straight up portrait practice. I want to like get that like those like renders where you can get like all those different shades in the face. I do it a little bit with my traditional artwork, but traditional techniques don't really translate one-to-one to in digital formats unless you like really know what kind of tool you're working with, or you got some like special setup. I want this to be a little bit more subtle. This isn't gonna make sense, so I'm probably not gonna keep this, but let me look. Doesn't match with anything else, so I'm gonna not do that. I think I just need to make the shadow a little bit more subtle on the arm, like a little less huge. Yeah, I think I just need to turn. I just think I just need to opacity a bit. All right, we're just gonna merge this, flatten this group, because that's basically all these background characters are all on all done on a single layer. The other one. So I kind of consistent. It just makes it like a lot more quick, so I don't have to worry about like, you know, keeping all the different like colors that I use separate, all the different shadows that I use separate, shadow colors. All right, so now I'm just gonna go and skip to the one that bothers me the most, which is the guy on the left. His pose, or like he's like really roughly shaped, and like I notice it from very far away. So we're gonna work on him. Let me just get rid of Talib and all that. Don't really have to. Technically, you know, like this is kind of working on a character that is gonna be, parts of this are gonna be hidden by everything, but I just personally like being able to see the full character, you know, like so I can render it out a little bit more accurately. Let me but okay. I can move back and forth between the layers I want. All right, let's see. Let's fix it pose. Sorry, my nose is tickling a lot. Okay. Okay. I survived. I like just that little piano. Do 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 do. It's really nice. I have removed of his thumb. I am coming for the rest of his arm. I got really worried. I thought I had this wasn't an eraser. I thought this was a paintbrush for a second. Oh, I'm sorry. Bless me. I'm not making too jacked. I wasn't planning on making this like a jacked background character, but sometimes I just automatically go for superhero proportions. I don't know if this is true for every artist, but usually I start with like a frame and then work on it from there. So this is like a default character whenever I'm drawing. So everybody starts out as a superhero in my head, and then I have to like work them down. Because to me, from there, you usually just have to make it even more simple. Trying to get this like little divot between the two fingers just right. Just to look like separate enough. Come on. It's like a single pixel refusing to be erased. I'm trying to get like the right like level of light hitting the head. I'm rambling. I'm trying to get like the right amount of like light hitting the surface. If I had like a reference, it would be like way easier, but I do not. Me being as stubborn as I am, I just like to work from my head. I think when I do the portrait practice, I really should make sure I get some photo reference to work from beforehand. I'll try to make a note of that. Oh, my dog. 1 second. Dog prop. Crazy fuck. He saw a cat. That dog really annoys me sometimes. But I love him. Unfortunately, I love him. His fingers look, let me for a second. Got some fat kielbasa fingers. Which is fine, but that wasn't the goal. Some of us just have really fat fingers, it's alright. Ain't no shame. Other than the fact that I called them kielbasas. I'm sorry. Little bit of shame. I've got short, stubby, fat fingers though, so I can't really be talking. Oh, let me just focus on the silhouette. I think that's why I'm struggling a little bit there. Just making sure like the shape of everything as a whole is right, instead of worrying about like the shadows and the lights that are then trying to preserve what I got. Why is this look at me? Maybe, hold on. He's flicking us off. Please excuse that for a little while I fix his fingers. I'll teach him a lesson. I think this finger's still a little fat somehow. What the? Uh-oh. Why does it say I'm offline? Well, if I disconnected, if it could reconnect anytime soon, that'd be good. Thank you, Windows 11. I really appreciate that when I click the network icon, it does not pull up my network. That's a really good idea. Where do I see my connection? Oh, come on. It's pulling up all the settings. I hate, why Windows 11? Of all the things to fix. This doesn't even pull me to my network. Grumble, grumble, grumble. It says I'm connected to the internet, so I don't know why it's having trouble connecting. Is Twitch down? No, as far as I'm aware. That was really annoying. It just disconnected me in the like 20 minutes in my stream, and then now I had to just turn it off and on again. As far as I could tell, all my internet was working just fine. Like I could connect to Twitch just fine, and then like I turned it off, and the second I turned it back on, it just went straight to streaming again. I don't know what happened. I lost about like 5 minutes, and now I'm gonna have to edit in the. I don't like to edit the full stream archive because it's like the time lapse is just 5 minutes to process, but like a full stream is 3-4 hours. So like making even like the smallest edit is gonna like suck. Is it connected? Please don't tell me it's disconnected, because it still says offline on my chat arena. Let me check the Twitch. No, it says I'm live. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, sorry. Annoying back-end stuff. We'll worry about all the editing later. Right now, I just need to focus on getting these fingers to work correctly. I don't know why it's giving me such an issue. Hang on. Sorry, things got a little clippy for a second. I'm trying to work out the pose here the first. Sometimes if the anatomy just isn't working, it helps if I just go back to like the wireframe basically. Quick, let's try it. 1 second. I'm just seeing if some little fixes will... Sorry. I keep hitting the wrong keys. I hope it's got enough charge, because this is getting on my nerves. Is it because his fingers are like straight up and they're curving inwards a little bit? It actually should be more separate because he's fanning them out. Hang on. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Okay, so I think this works. So let me get another color. Maybe that's what I'm missing. I need to first figure out where the fingers start from. So one goes this way. This goes this way. If it's moving, does the middle finger move when you do that? The middle finger usually like stays still, so I think it just like has to go like this, somewhere around there. And then the other finger, the index finger, that one is the one that moves a lot. There we go. I think that's gonna be it. So, oh wow, that middle finger lines up already really well. So it really is just like the index finger that I'm screwing up. Okay, I think that's good. I think we've done enough as far as that pose. Maybe let me just do the thumb. I want him to do like the big, I don't remember if it has like a certain meaning, if it's the German 3 or the English 3. I don't remember which was good. Because I know that there's, in the Quentin Tarantino movie, Inglourious Bastards, there's the big scene where the guy does this when he's supposed to do this, or this when he's supposed to do this, one or the other. I want his thumb to fan out, is all I'm saying. Or I might want his thumb to come out, we'll see. If that like ruins everything. I remember that I said like it was the guy that bothered me, but apparently it's just his hands that are bothering me. I'm gonna get into like my editing program and be like, all right, so let's cut all this like hand stuff into like 10 seconds because this is just way too much concern about hands. Could I do veins? Is it gonna look weird? Yeah, it doesn't really show up. It's not worth it. Oops. I think I might have lost the plot a little bit here. Oh, I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna break my pen, please. Just work correctly. I keep doing the same mistake I always do, which is I get my keys mixed up. So I end up like undoing, redoing, undoing, redoing. I'm gonna just fill it in. I'm gonna make this shoulder a little bit less prominent, just to slim him down a bit. Just like a more casual slope. Doesn't look like he's as jacked, because I really am trying to slim down how muscular this guy is. It was kind of an accident that he made him so jacked. He's probably okay with it, but you know. This isn't about him, it's about me. No matter what I do, he keeps getting more jacked. What's happening? I'm not even sure where we were at before. I think I trimmed him down. Just a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it there. No, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm gonna try to fix his face now. His face isn't too bad. His face is much easier to fix. Oops. Did not mean to make his eyes so small. At first, I thought his eyes were closed, which is why I was drawing it like this. Now I'm realizing that it's just supposed to be shadowy, because I don't want his the whites of his eyes to stand out too much. I need a really off-white for his teeth. It's not off-white enough. I need something that really won't stand out. I'm gonna put it at 40% opacity. No. That's way too. Wait, still way too strong. Hold on. Okay, and then I also want to make him a lot more red. Because, you know, that drunk blush or whatever that stuff is called. All I know is that people of paler skins, they get really red when they drink a lot. Something about like the alcohol being processed. And generally, they just have a lot of blush. Oh. Gotta go behind these now. And just fix the hair a bit. I want like a messy top head. I think I heard somebody call it like messy haired gamer boy. I think that's what I'm going for. I would know nothing of that. Me having messy hair? I can't even imagine. Maybe that's one of my issues here. Now we're gonna leave it like that. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Me to make his head bigger because I think I trimmed it down way too much. But otherwise, his head's looking good, or at least as good as I want it to be. Just a little bigger. Nothing crazy. Select, deselect. Take a good look at him. So his arms cleaned up, his head's cleaned up. His body isn't too bad how it is already. Sorry. Let me fix that too. The bar is not where it's supposed to be. Or it's not completely coding. Because I really just like slapped it together. I wanted it to be a little rough and okay, back to him. Oop. I was really weird. I thought I was on the wrong layer. Oops. I'm not making this look like a little bit. It's like right here. Let me actually thicken it up a bit here. There we go. Looking good. I like that his eyes also kind of look a little delirious too. Like he's tired, but he's still ordering another 3 shots. It's supposed to be 2, but maybe he's too drunk. Oh. Originally, he was supposed to be ordering 2 shots, but when I put the thumb up, I didn't even think about the fact that that makes it 3 shots. I forgot that I also need like a second shade on his hair. Hello? Why is the brush not working? Oh, it's cut out. Whoops. I forgot to put them back together. His head was just floating off. Too dark. Too light. Somewhere between those two. That works. I gotta tickle my ear. It's a little bit too dark. I don't know how it made that huge jump. It's so insanely delicate. Like literally just moving it slightly up on the color wheel and it'll be an entirely new shade. I just wanted like just a hint darker. I don't know if this is working. Maybe I need to be more intentional with how I'm using these colors. What if I just bip bop grab this color, just too strong. We can dial that back. Yes, perfect. Dulled out the really bright orange, gave him a little bit more value to his hair. Perfect. We can probably add a little bit more as we go along, but I just need to clean up like the shapes of everybody. Okay, so he's done. What is this? Oh, that was the guy. Let me do. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. There we go. That's totally what I wanted to do. How much does he get covered up again? Quite a bit. Actually, it's only like mainly covered like parts that they don't work too much on. Like his midsection basically, and maybe around his pelvis, which was actually the easier part, so I don't mind that up to so much. Let's try to clean him up because he's real up close to the camera. What the? No, that's silly. That's silly. Okay. I'm getting so focused into one. I don't even know if it's looking any good. But by golly, I'm doing it. I didn't post anything today on my Instagram. I don't really have my next piece ready. I've just been having a lot of fun working on a lot of little side stuff. I don't know why I'm keeping it. I've been making a bunch of D&D characters. I was reading Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Because I dipped out of like reading D&D for a bit. And then I came back and I was like, wow, there's a ton of classes for me to like have a character idea. So I just sat down and wrote a couple, so I'm gonna be having fun with some D&D for a little while. I've been playing with this like group at my local game shop. And it's been real fun. Getting back into D&D after being away from it for so long. I had this like vision in my head, and I was like, you know what? There's a local game shop. They have D&D nuts. D&D's pretty popular now. I bet there's gonna be like a ton of like actually cool people. It's not just gonna be a bunch of nerds. And then I went and it's like, yeah, no, it's just a bunch of nerds. The only difference is now there's kids, and I don't even know if that's different. Always kids at D&D game shops. Okay. I might have went a little too far here. Let's simplify some of these. Just remove like a few of these folds. Because they have like 2 big shadows here and then like a ton down here. Which makes sense because he has his like baseball jacket cuffed up. But still, it looked a little off. I'm gonna steal this color and see if this works with his skin tone. What just happened? It wasn't taken from all layers. It was just taken from the active layer. Ooh, let's lower that to like 20%. Let's go with this pink. It's best. Not too many folds here. Is it weird giving him arm hairs? Not gonna look weird. A little weird. Let's just act like that didn't happen. Alright, I think the shape of his jacket is pretty well defined. Then everything's gonna kind of get color mixed together. So it doesn't, the palette doesn't stand out too much. Let me see. Kind of how everything gets like coated here. Look at that, I do also plan on having green light. I'll have to add like a little bit of edge lighting to everybody. Nothing too strong. We'll see. Background on accident. Okay, now we're gonna edit this a little bit. I have a drawing ready, or like mostly done. I think I'm gonna, if I get all the editing done pretty quick, I might spend some time just working on my art, which I usually don't do at home because it's just more fun to play video games and then do all my drawing while I'm at work. For me, anyways. I think I want to trim down her arm just a touch. Maybe you should leave it alone. Wait, hold on. Let me turn this guy off. Give her arm, make her look a little. Got a few things to fix actually. There we go. I think I did something. Yeah, it's whatever. It's fine if she has a slightly big arm. Some people just do. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Otherwise, her shape is really pleasant. You know, that tiny little bit of arm and shoulder might be the beautiful shoulder I've ever seen. I mean, I'm just saying. Next, let's do the guy behind her. He really doesn't need to show up that well, so let's try not to spend too much time on stuff like his head or anything. I'll do my best not to work on him too much. Okay. I don't know what his hand is doing. I just realized the bar is not visible. Wait, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. I really hope you're not picking up any of the background sound. The noise gate on my microphone's pretty high, so hopefully not. Oy! Alright, I think I just need like a lighter shade on his skin, and then we should be good. I want it to be dark, but I don't want him to literally like blend in with everything. So some kind of highlight that like keeps his shade. I also don't want him to end up accidentally looking gray. That would not be nice. Oh no. I screwed up my undos. Oh, whatever. We're gonna leave it like. Why is there a rooster calling in the next room? Not an actual rooster, I think. I hope. I need to decide on a good shade. Let's try this one. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try this one for a little while. One sec. That is not what I was trying to look at. Okay. I think that's good. I don't think we need to get too much more than there. Let me pull up the girl in front of him just to make sure nothing was standing out much. Yeah. Let me just a little bit on the back of his shirt. Where is he? This one. I wasn't doing this all on the wrong layers, right? Okay, now we're good. Yeah, we're good. Just a little bit of... still too distracting, so we're just gonna cover him up. Or not cover him up, sorry. Just gonna make it like really shadowy. And not worry too much about it standing out. All right, we're gonna call that there. It's technically only a minutes before I should normally call it. But we're gonna probably work for a little while longer, maybe till 9:30. I don't think I want to do another 4-hour stream. But I do want to get a little bit more done than just fixing up the background characters. Because honestly, like, I haven't made an immense amount of progress. But this is just something that needs to be done. Like, I can't just leave them all like rough little globby people. I'm just pulling up did that work? What happened? There we go. Just to compare what the progress we made. Let me turn on the mood. And also let me pull up so that we can properly compare these. So the guy in the back definitely got way more real. Or on the left. And then just like the lighting on everybody got a little bit more well shaped. Now it's just this bartender that I need to fix. And yes, he took up a lot of the stream. I'm gonna keep him there for a little while just in case we want to compare again. But turn off all these other effects and everything. Now the main man. Oh god. I don't think I need to work too much on his face. Maybe just a little bit of the shape, just a little. Because his head do look a little wonky. Just a bit. Just cone his head up a little bit, just a little bit of a cone head. Just a little bit of cone head. I am basically drawing Sneeko. Just a really ugly dude. Sorry, hold on. Let me not say that. There's literally nothing wrong with this guy. I think some of the, what was it? What would you call it? The bald. This is like a phrase for it, like a bald prejudice, I guess. The prejudice against the balds came out for a bit. Only because I know I'm going to be bald in like, I don't know, a year. So some of that comes out. It's that, oh, I'm forgetting all the words. Projection, there we go. some of those projective feelings jump out. Now his head looks inflated from that size. This is much better. Much better shaped head. That's probably my biggest fear of impending baldness, is that like I'm really worried that my head shape is not going to be great for it. I think I'll look like I have a big head. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna be a real egghead looking fellow. Real egghead hours. Big smart. I'm gonna scream, please, if this eraser does not stay an eraser. Oh my goodness, please just stay an eraser. I'm not asking for a lot. It's the only problem with not having like a dedicated eraser tool. It's like you can change like the brush tips, and some of them are like default erasers. But like at least in GIMP, there is like a default eraser button. So instead of just hotkeying between two different brushes, you're hotkeying between the brush, and that could be whatever brush you want, and then the eraser. It makes it so you can use just one hotkey, but it also makes it so you confuse the hotkeys together sometimes. Why is this? Is this shade this exact same color? Oh, that's why it's not showing up. So let's try to get it darker. No, that's not working. Let's just ignore it. Or maybe... Okay, we're good through the arm. Oop. I need to make sure his torso is shaped correctly because it's bugging me. And I'm gonna disable him, disable her. Now we can do the arms. Oop. Why does that keep turning into a paintbrush? I did it again. Check. Something about his hand was bothering me. Oh, well, I know what it was. The size didn't seem right. Okay, how's this working with the scale, everybody? Because I get the feeling that his head's too big. I think his head's too big for his body, but that just means that the body isn't big enough. See if we can just try to fix it. I don't need to, but I'm going to. This is me getting really distracted with the small things in the background again. Oh, let me fix my camera real quick. Ignore my bed. Ooh. Oh, I was just wondering. Sorry. It just, my stream says that I've been on for an hour and a half. I forgot that the first half hour I had to cut out because the internet connection stopped. So I'll have to attach those together later. What am I doing? Oh, I'm about to cut his head off. Sorry, hold on. I'm fix the proportions of his body. There we go. It's actually like the third time I think I've decapitated this guy. Because for some reason his proportions just don't work. I think that's just because of it being in the digital digital medium. There we go. Oh, is his head too big or too small? Too small. Too big. Whoops. Ah. and just maybe trim his neck down just a touch, because he looks really thick-necked. And I'm trying to make this guy actually look a little Weasley. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna erase his pocket. Don't know why I felt the need to add a pocket to a shirt. Okay. So that's his proportions, and then let me get everybody so I can make his proportions fit now. A little too big. Okay, now we can turn everybody off and then get him to fit behind the bar. So I'm wondering if there's like a way I can no. Not warp. Cage? I think cage. Not exactly sure what's going on now. Arm looking a little skinny. Oops. His proportions are doing something a little funny. This is really goofy. I'm just gonna keep playing with it for a little while. Hang on, it actually kind of doesn't look too bad. Gotta keep playing with them. You accidentally got buffed, but side effects. Gave him the Captain America treatment. Oops, now you're all muscular. Oops, now you're jacked. I don't like it. I think it accidentally made him exactly as small as he were. Oops. What if we were to just lift him up? How high would he look compared to everybody else? Is he gonna be like a giant? Yeah, he looks like a giant. Which isn't the intent. I don't want him to look like a giant. Oh man, how do I do this? Because I like the scale of him, but I need to hide him more. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. This is a little bit of constructive editing there. We love to see it. And then I'm gonna cut his arm off. Okay, I think I got it. I know how I'm gonna do this. What the? I was trying to save that hand so hard. I'm going off the rails again. One day I will be able to figure out how to pose a character. One day. His hand looks like a baby hammer. I'm losing my mind. How is this so hard? It's him putting you know what? I tried everything I could to avoid it, but we're just gonna have to do it like this. No hand on the bar anymore. Because this hand is just like right behind Talib anyways. So I have literally like spent like almost 30 minutes just working on a hand that won't even show up. So we're calling it on that one. One day I'll be able to figure it out, but not today. So we can actually get some other stuff worked on. Okay. Just a regular guy. Let me give him a little bit of shading to his arm. Even though it's not going to show up. Whatever. We're going to leave it like that. Now we get everybody else back in. See, like I saying, no matter what I was gonna do, it's never gonna show up anyways. Now is he done? Let's try to compare the two again. Let me get that light down. Yeah, I think this is about as clean as we need to get it. Maybe a highlight layer, but we're gonna save that for the later stages. So we can call that as far as the background done. I think I might leave the bottles for another stream as well, because I don't want to just work on the background for the entirety of this. I think what we're gonna do is try to get some quickly roughed out flat, or sorry, shadows. What is that the next step after the background? Rendering. So I think we're gonna render out Talib, and he's the only one that's really gonna have like legit rendering. Everybody else just has like it painted onto their flats, but Talib is actually gonna have like a separate layer for his rendering. I'm just gonna do it all in purple, make it a multiply. I don't know, like 35%. Okay. Do I still have the edge test? Okay. Let's try to keep this in mind. I'm gonna work on his face first, just so like I can keep that in my head. I already forgot it. How does he look? Okay, a glare around his eyes, shadow underneath his nose. Okay, I got it. I need something streakier. Chalk brush has always been my go-to, but I want something even rougher. Let me go to my charcoal brushes. There's plenty of really rough brushes here. Smaller. Something with like more streakiness inside of the brush. There we go. I think that's good. Maybe not. I will eventually find the right one. Oh, I like this one. I like this one a lot. Get my eraser ready. I love it when my eraser doesn't actually work like an eraser. Yay. Let me just redo this area. What brush did I use to get that edge look? That streaky look. I could see this brush here. Those are very similar, but what is about this smoky look? I don't think it was the chalk brush. Completely forgot about this area. My nose is so itchy. Oh, what? This one. Yellow. Hi there. I'm just trying to start some shading, cleaning up the background. 1 second. And I'm trying to get this like texture, really crazy texture that I had on originally, but I'm not exactly sure how I did it. But otherwise, I'm doing really well. How about you? I think something I'm missing is I need more like a actual like pencil strokes. Just trying to get some more penciled strokes in, seeing if that helps give it like a rougher texture that I'm looking for. No, it's fine. I've actually had a lot of trouble getting work done myself outside of these streams. I've been... Mine is more just because I've been distracted by reading some D&D books. And kind of catching up on all the stuff that's released since the last time I've been paying attention. But yeah, I've barely got any work done myself. I always find like other distractions to keep me occupied. Getting somewhat the texture I'm looking for. Did I just erase everything I just had it? There we go. Just somewhere in between. You know what? It's actually coming together. Yeah, I'm really liking that. I think the like shadow for the jawline, where it's like only getting picked up by the cheekbones, and like it's all the gauntness. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Just those deep cheek shallows. I think that's what it's called. This area right here, where if you have like really prominent cheekbones and you have like the lighting just right, you'll get like deep cast shadows there, and it'll make you look. Honestly, it just makes you look hungry, but it also has the effect of like making you look like moody and sinister. Hold on 1 second. Needed my cough. Wait. Let me Google that real quick. No idea. Can't find it. Cheek shallows doesn't pull up anything I was thinking about. Okay. Let's see. I think whenever I get to it, I'll add like a little bit of white tinge in the eye, just like a little bit. Let me see. You see, even that's too strong. Just like a little bit. And this isn't even like a bright white. This is like a steely color. Just a little bit. Almost like if you've ever used like a gouache or paint, like just like a very thin white that you just like slowly put on, just like layer by layer, just increasing how like bright the whites stand out from the flesh or the base tone. But yeah, we're gonna experiment with that. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have one layer of shadows just for like the general, like, you know, like this area where it's like really like a smooth rendering, I guess. And then I'm gonna have another layer where it's like a very harsh pencil texture. There we go. Very harsh pencil texture. Whoa. That's like a tongue twister. Jesus. Very harsh pencil texture. There we go. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna leave the hair alone. Actually, no. Let's do the hair too. Oop. What is... There we go. I'm gonna hurt somebody. I was on the wrong color. Well, yeah, let me just... Yeah. And then we can do work in backwards. Let's use the other brush. This, like, shadow brush. I was hoping for something a little bit smoother. I feel like none of these brushes that I usually use have any like dithering whenever, like this has a difference between a soft touch and a hard touch. It's very slight, but you can tell like there's a very harsh light there and then like a very soft touch there. But like some of these other brushes like don't have any difference no matter how like lightly I try it. And I can't figure out which ones do and don't, and it's a little upsetting. I thought I remembered this the chalk brush always having that. But lately it's just been like it's 0 or 100 or nothing. And it's really upsetting. Let's put it like 20%. A lot of trouble that I have as far as like keeping up like a constant output of work is finding like that mood, because like sometimes you just have to like wait until you're inspired, and like if you don't want to wait, like if you're doing it professionally at all, you kind of have to force yourself to work sometimes, and that's really like grating on the nerves. So I have figured out some like little tricks that help me. I think it's going to be different for everybody, but like for me, one thing that I've learned is it's a good time to practice or do things for other people. So like if you have somebody that's been like asking you to do a drawing from you for a while, like I have a lot of people, everybody at my job like knows I draw. I don't keep a very tight secret about that. So like I'll always get like people asking me to draw, so I'll just if somebody comes up to me and they ask me like, hey, could you draw this for me? And I'm like in the middle of not doing anything because I just haven't had any inspiration in a little while, I'll just go and do some work for them. Like just draw something for them, you know, and then go with whatever idea I can. Do the best job I can, obviously, because like it would be nice if they ask for more work and, you know, I always want them to like what I do. So if I feel really burnt out on drawing and I can't like come up with anything even after I listen to whatever idea they have, then, you know, like maybe don't take the job. But yeah, sometimes it's just a good time for me to get practice in. That's another one. So sometimes every now and again when I feel like I need more practice with a certain subject, I'll gather a bunch of resources. I have like a little folder on my phone full of just like other people's artwork that I'll just see, and then I'll screenshot it. And I try to keep the name of the artist just in case like I need to credit them. And then whenever I'm out of ideas, I'll just practice doing that. Just practice recreating their artwork. Sometimes I'll try to keep it in my style where like I'll mix our styles together. But most of the time, just like if I've got nothing going on in the tank for me, I'll just do my best to copy their work, see what I can learn from them. 90% of the time, it's something to do with anatomy. Which is why like I was struggling earlier to get all these like background characters that have good anatomy, is because like I get like obsessed about like anatomy. I really like to draw out anatomy. So yeah, that's what I do whenever I'm like burnt out. And then I have figured out that sometimes I do need to just like go for general ideas that aren't like the most inspiring to me, because sometimes I'll get inspired while I'm working, or even if it's not like the most inspired work that I do or more conceptually creative work that I do, it's still like I can still create a good piece even without it. Like a lot of the pieces that I've posted in like the past year aren't really things that I was like super inspired by. I think the only exception was like the dragon one that I posted recently. That one, and even that one, like my friend gave me the idea of it. And then like I hated the idea actually while I was working on it until like maybe a few hours into the piece. Then I was like, wait a second, this is actually a really fun idea and I'm really having fun with it. Or I'm really like happy with how this piece is coming out. So sometimes just, you know, just going with an idea just to have work, you know, like it's never going to be your favorite. You're never going to be really proud of that work when it's like not something super inspiring. But sometimes it's still nice you'll surprise yourself. And then as always, I think art is mostly just for fun, at least for me, unless you're doing it professionally. So, you know, if you don't feel like working, you don't have to. Pick up another one of your other hobbies and then get like inspired. Because a lot of my inspiration, especially like my earliest stuff, was from video games. So sometimes I just need to stop and play some video games to work up like some ideas. I don't remember who, but I think it was like one of the creative directors behind the Doom games, the most recent iteration. But he was talking about how like he likes to make sure that he plays video games and like keeps up like and watches a lot of movies, because he likes to make sure, not just because he enjoys it, but because like it like literally helps him stay creatively like you have to take in new ideas in order to keep creative. So I think that also helps. Like if you really can't like even like do exercises of like other people's artwork and like copy other people's artwork just to like practice, then sometimes you just need to go study, basically. Just go watch some TV. Just go watch something to inspire you. Some anime, some cartoons, read some comics. And then when you come back, you'll hopefully have like much more ideas, much more different like, you know, backgrounds to work with. Maybe like a horror movie will inspire you, or a romance movie even. I don't watch too many romance movies, but you know, you get the idea. Pride and Prejudice. That's probably the only like romance movie that I really love. The what's her name? Keira Knightley. Let me double check that. Yeah, Keira Knightley. Like, I really love Pride and Prejudice. It's weird because like I saw like 10 minutes of it when I was like 12 with because my sister was into the movie. And then like 10 years later, I get this really strong urge, like I have to pick up Pride and Prejudice and read the book, and then I can watch the movie and then find out why I even like got attached to the story in the first place. Yeah. So just taking time off is also good. There's a lot of different things you can do whenever you're like tapped out on work or tapped out on the mood of art. I mean, I've had like months where I went by without drawing, and I don't think that makes it like I don't like drawing or anything. Like, just because I take time off sometimes like doesn't mean I am no longer an artist. I love it as an aspect of my personality, but I don't make it my only personality, or I try not to anyways. I can tell like now that like I have to talk to people. I have a bad habit of bringing it up too often, so I do use it as a crutch a little bit. Instead of having to be like a funny person, sometimes I'll just, talk about art or things that I do as a hobby. Now I'm getting into a really general subject. There's like a huge section right here in the middle that is like has no lighting, and I'm not sure why. This should be the part that gets the most of the light. Yeah, those are just things that I like to do whenever I'm tapped out on ideas. And also I like Pride and Prejudice. I mean, even right now I'm going through that where I really am struggling to figure out what to draw. And so what I'm doing is just like drawing general ideas. So like for the last drawing I did post last week was just kind of like a general idea of like, okay, let's do something Halloween related. So I thought, let's draw another handsome anime fella and just stick a bunch of like references to Halloween stuff, like spooky horror movies and that kind of thing, just in the background. And I like it. Like it's a pretty good piece. Like it ended up coming together pretty well because I just told myself, you know what, just put whatever you want. Just have fun. Just draw an anime guy, I don't know, frolicking in the forest. Put him in a just like ridiculous pose that makes zero sense. Don't worry about perspective. Just go crazy. And I like it. Like, it's a fun piece. It's not like the most creatively engaging. There's not a story. There's not like any secrets. There's a Soul Eater reference. I did put like the moon from Soul Eater in the background. That was fun. I like that. That was like a very on the whim thing. I was just gonna draw like a regular moon, maybe like a harvest blood moon. And then I realized, like, wait a second. I love the like really goofy smiling moon. It's like super edgy from Soul Eater. Why not just use that? Like, who? I don't even think I've ever heard anybody talk about the moon from Soul Eater. It's just something that's in the background. Or not even in the background. Sometimes they like have scenes where it's like the only thing you can see is the moon, big up and wide. It has a face. It's a moon with a face. I think it even laughs. And no one in the story talks about it. Or at least the series. I think it actually does become a character in the manga. But I kind of don't care. Like, I like it just being this silly, nonsensical thing in the background. Oh. Like, it's fun. Or sorry, it's something with such a style and like personality just in the background that doesn't really serve any purpose other than it just adds to I guess the mood, adds to the setting. And that's what what I'm trying to say is with the drawing. It's like I added a lot of stuff just because it adds to the mood. It made it feel very Halloween, very goofy. It's like, why is there a reference to Soul Eater there? Because it's just fun. Soul Eater has like a very Halloween Town vibe, so I put it in there. Or sorry, the moon, at least. It's not actually set in there, that story. I don't like to do fan art a lot, which I feel like I probably should try doing that more often. I think more people would like that. I think every now and again you got to do a little fan art if you want like people to come to you as far as like promoting yourself. It reminds me of like I'm a big fan of Sean Gordon Murphy's Batman the White Knight series. He also does some comics on his own. And something that I like that he said was that like he does his Batman story because that's the one that everybody likes. And maybe then from there they'll continue to follow him into his like solo projects, which I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, you know, you sometimes you got to do the thing that is very popular and will catch a lot of eyes, and then you can bring them into your like more personal project, your more personal art pieces. I have not done any animations or projects like that. I don't think so. The closest I've come is I did an animation for like what's it called, when you can see the time lapse. Time lapses are basically like the closest I've done to animation. It's really work intensive. I think maybe I've tried it when I was in like elementary school and realized like, oh, that's a lot of work, and then I kind of just dropped it. But yeah, I love seeing animations. I've been seeing a lot of artists just do like really simple stuff, like making their characters blink. And that seems really fun. Just like that little bit of animation gives so much life to a character. But I always do like seeing other people who do animations. It makes me very jealous because it's like you can do so much with animation. Even just like if you know like just how to animate, or if you have like the passion to do like animation even like a little bit, some of the other stuff then like sound, music, and all that stuff can be done very roughly, and it'll still have like so much more personality and ability to grab people than just like a simple drawing. So I get very jealous about it. I wish I could do animation. I mean, I think I could if I, you know, push hard enough, but it's like I'm already like very lazy with my own art. I ain't built for it. It's like you're telling me I have to draw my character more than once. You're asking for too much. Back. All right, first time. Is there anything else I can do? Because I think I might be wrapping this up soon. I kind of don't want to just be the hair. I want there to be a little bit more exciting. Let's try making this beer. No. Let's leave that alone. Let's leave that for later. Maybe I should just call it. Yeah. Let's not go any. Let's not push myself too hard. I think we just got a lot of work ahead of us, and we're just gonna have to slowly render everything in. Okay. So today we basically got done. Let me see. Yeah, we fixed a lot of the characters in the foreground, background-ish, that kind of thing. I'm probably gonna leave the bottom everything in the further in the until maybe way later, maybe even into the rendering phase, because I kind of want to just move on and not get too bogged down trying to clean everything up. Very happy with how it's coming out, especially figured out like doing this smooth shadow and then bringing in the rough shadow on top of it as a second layer. I think that's gonna look really good once I get those like edgy pencils and I can get that really edgy look that I'm gonna be going for. And then we can have like just like a bunch of nastiness and clutter around the borders of the image, almost like distortions, kind of like in like trailers for like a cyberpunk game. The game Cyberpunk. You'll see like little distortions, little like technical glitches on the screen. I think something like that, where you have like all these little things just cutting into the painting, will look really like what's the word I'm looking for? Gritty. Make it look really gritty and nasty. I think it makes like it go from, you know, like it goes from like, you know, just maybe kind of like a pleasant guy in a bar. Then you put on the edge and it's like, okay, it's a very scary guy in a bar. You know, like a very, very, very threatening guy in a bar. Okay, so let's do the whole closing thing. Am I on camera? Oh. Yeah, a little bit closer to the center. All right, so thank you for tuning in today. I will be doing this next week. As far as I'm aware, I don't have anything coming up. No, I should be all good for next Tuesday. So make sure to catch me. I stream every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If that makes a difference, I don't know where everybody is that watches. Thank you if you were here even for like 10 minutes, or if you're just catching the archive on the YouTube channel, it goes up later. Make sure to check out those YouTube channels, the full stream archive, and I also have a time-lapse channel where I cramp everything down into a little 5-minute chunk, so you can watch the entire stream from start to finish. And then once I'm finished with all the streams and time lapses, I put them all into one super big time lapse, super big as in 15 minutes, and we call those supercuts. So you see the very first few lines I make on the piece all the way to the very end of the piece. I love my supercuts. It makes it look really cool because it almost makes it look like I know what I'm doing. I can cut out all the mistakes and all the little edits that didn't work out, and then I ended up having to throw away a few hours of work. Go and make sure to check out my Instagram. That's where I post stuff. I'll try to have something posted sometime this week. Like I said, I just was a little distracted and didn't get any artwork done. But I have something that's like 90% finished. I just need to do like maybe a background and some colors. Let's see. So yeah, check out my Instagram. That's where I'm most often active. Check out my DeviantArt if you want to catch that, or as well as some of my older pieces if you want to see how embarrassing some of my older pieces was. Go ahead and check that out. Let's see what else. I already mentioned my YouTube channels, my Instagram, my DeviantArt. I think that's it. And then also I have a commission sheet down below. Check that out if you want to have something commissioned. I love to work on D&D characters, Vampire the Masquerade characters, just any kind of characters. It's very fun. If you want me to do some fan art of like any other characters, like DC characters, anime characters, like I also don't mind doing that. Just, anything like that. Any of your OCs, any of my OCs, any of the general characters in the public, I'd love to do that. So check out the commission sheet down below and we can work something out. Also check out my PayPal link. I'd appreciate any donations. It just gives me a little bit more incentive to keep working on these streams, keep going on for longer. I would love to eventually make this a full-time thing, but we'll have to see. We'll just keep working and just keep trying to have fun while it's still a hobby. All right, thank you, and I hope you guys